They are at home. They should win. They
But
might still cover. Still 6.5 minutes left.
all right, you guys ready to boogie?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. 3, 2. Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ. Joining me, as always, man with the number, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond, all hail the king of the links, the money train, Noah. And joining us, special guest, first time on the show, he's the young gun, Joe. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. How you boys doing today?
Fantastic. Doing well. Couldn't have a better Wednesday to watch them.
No, Joe, don't mute yourself. No. This is not how that show. This is not how this works. We talk over each other. We interrupt each other. That's just kind of how this rolls. You'll get the flow of it. I'm not worried. But Joe, just so that everyone can kind of get to know you real quick, can we get, your teams? Give me your college teams. Give me your pro teams. Just lay it out for us so that everyone understands the fan base and the bias that you're bringing in here, which is great.
Yes, big Kansas guy, big Jayhawks, Rock Chalk, going for that all the way. Professionally, I'm gonna, some people are happy this year. The Chiefs are out; they're my team. Love the Royals. Not very great on baseball, but they had a couple ones 10 years ago. And then basketball is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go the Suns there. We live in this state; they're a great team. Suns all the way. So. Yeah.
Hey, let's go. They've done something weird that Arizona teams aren't used to. They've been winning recently. So shout out to them. What, Noah, you got something in the chamber for that?
I was going to say there's been one Arizona team that's been winning. Actually has been winning. That would be your number one overall Wildcats. I was a little upset this week. AP poll came out Monday. Cats were not a unanimous number one. I was expecting the unanimous vote. One AP voter decided Iowa State was a good number one overall team. We saw how that worked out last night. It's like, how long do we have to go about this until we finally get the respect? But, I'm ready for a 20-plus point beatdown at McHale of Arizona State tonight. Cannot wait to watch that after we get off the air. And, let's just say I got some significant cash riding on that as well.
Ooh. Well, bear down, go Cats. You know how I roll, Noah. Before we go any further, just want to take a moment. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube and X. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out a lot more than you know. But we actually have a jam-packed show today. We have usually this time of the year is that time we're kind of grasping at straws. Football's winding down. Baseball really hasn't gotten started yet. The PGA's just getting going, but we got a full slate. Boys, we got a full slate. We got the Natty on Monday. We're going to be talking about that here tonight because I think everyone, I don't know, we got a consensus. I think the public has a consensus too. We'll break it down. We've got NFL divisional round and then the start of the PGA season, the Sony Open. And Noah, I'm going to make a proclamation real quick on this PGA season. All right, we're going to start it off right. I swear, I will raise my right hand. I will not bet on Sung J M this tournament, Noah. I swear.
I give it 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, if he doesn't play in Hawaii, it's going to make it very easy to not bet on him. So shout out to Sung J M not playing this week.
I'm just waiting until he's either in the lead or top 5 after literally just the Thursday round, and then you're going to be texting me and you're going to be like, tell me I shouldn't bet on Sung J M, and I'm going to say you shouldn't bet on Sung J M, and then by the time I respond, because I'm probably at work at the time, you're already going to have bet on Sung J M.
The funny part is, no, you give me too much credit. I'm not going to wait for the end of his Thursday round. It's going to be halfway through his Thursday round. He's going to be one stroke up, and I'm like, oh, we back, baby.
Yeah. There's going to be a tournament where he's like 5 under on the front 9 on Thursday, and you're like, oh, yep, now's the time to bet Sung J outright.
Well,
half the golfers haven't even teed off yet.
Sometimes, Noah, you think someone's back. You think something's back, and the Natty is an interesting one this year, Noah. Not only is it the U, the U who has been looking and searching to come back and be prominent in college football, being dragged down by the ACC, not even winning the damn ACC this year and still able to make the college football playoff. And then you have a team that is the definition of a blue blood basketball school. Everyone forgets they have a football program. They're a joke. But then a guy named Kurt Signetti, I don't know if you've heard of him. You should Google him.
Losingest Power 4 football program, by the way.
Dude, it's unbelievable. And yet here we are. We've got what was a powerhouse and now what is trying to become a powerhouse in the national championship for college football playoffs. Boys, we've got Miami versus Miami in Miami, going to be played at Hard Rock coming up here next Monday. Miami 8.5. Indiana 8.5 point favorites. 47.5 is the total. Heavy public here coming in on Indiana. 78% of the bets, 88% of the money, 80% of the bets, 73% coming in on the money line as well. Public all over the over in this national championship game, which I will say shocks me. 47.5 seems a little high, but we'll get to that. Noah, start me off, bro. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button. We're going to need to get used to that.
Don't worry. I didn't go anywhere.
But Noah, start us off here. Indiana, Miami. I mean, the way you've been talking all college football playoff, I think I know which way you're leaning on this one, but why don't you just go ahead and break it down for me, brother? Is
there even a damn doubt? I'm just glad to see a line that actually kind of somewhat reflects what we've been seeing, but not even. This line's still too damn low. Indiana only caught their first two playoff games. They're only 3.5 point favorites in both of those. Crazy work. And then all they do is go out and put belt to ass to Alabama and then belt to ass to Oregon. Just set the tone from the get-go with pick six right on the first play. Alabama, Oregon, two very good teams. Neither of them were ever in the game. And dare I say, I do think Oregon and Alabama both, Miami's been playing really well lately, but we look at total body of work throughout the season, I would say Alabama and Oregon are better teams than Miami is. Now, Miami had a gem of a game against Ohio State, but outside of that, they beat A&M and Ole Miss, and we've seen what the SEC's kind of done in bowl season and playoffs. And Indiana's had a much tougher route to the national championship than Miami has. Miami's had 3 relatively close wins. Indiana hasn't. I haven't been worried about them for not even 2 seconds of clock. You know?
Yeah. They've been
it's crazy. So 8.5, Indiana getting a little bit more respect in this. However, I still feel like this line is too damn low. If I'm the odds maker, if I'm the book, I'm probably placing this line at 13, 14.5, if I'm being completely honest. That's where I would have it. Yeah. And then as a bettor, I still think I'd be betting Indiana minus 13, minus 14.5.
Now, do you guys think there's any public, well, not even public, because public's all over Indiana. It seems like nobody cares that this is essentially a home game for Miami. You know, this is essentially a home game. And I know that this is, it's the Super Bowl of the college football playoff.
It won't
No, I know, because of how expensive the tickets are, and we've seen how ridiculous the tickets are. Miami hasn't released their allotment yet because they're worried Miami fans are going to just go ahead, turn around, and sell them to Indiana fans. I think it's going to be – I do think Indiana is going to be there, and they're going to be prominent. And so I agree with you, Noah, but I don't know. And so
Hoosiers fans have been waiting their entire lives for this moment. They haven't really been super relevant in basketball in 10, 15, 20 years. They've been saving their dollars up for something special, and this is something absolutely special. I would be not surprised at all to see more Hoosier fans, more red in Hard Rock Stadium than we're seeing Miami fans.
Ooh. So, Noah, go ahead and make it official. Who you got?
Obviously, Indiana, minus the 8.5. I'll take it all the way up to fucking 20. I don't care. It's going to be a third iteration in a row of Indiana putting belt to ass to a top 10 team.
Do I finally get my crystal ball clock mismanagement moment of the season?
It's not going to matter. It's hard to mismanage a clock. It's hard to mismanage a clock when you're down 4 scores going into the,
Yeah.
When you're down 24, 28 points going into the fourth quarter, there's not really a lot of erring and clock management at that point, because it's literally just we're going to run hurry up offense until we're down by so bad and there's not enough time left that we're just going to tuck our tail between our legs.
I get it. Joe, break it down for me. Who you got? Are 8.5? I mean, it still is a national championship game in Miami. It's a lot of points.
I don't know. I don't think Noah's far off. You're looking at score differentials here. I mean, the only teams that really gave Indiana some trouble is, it's Ohio State and Penn State. Those are the only two teams I'm seeing we have pretty much within a one-score game, which is insane. I mean, you could put Iowa up there, an unranked team. Cool. They had some things to work out early in the season. Here's the real reason why I like, if you're really going to go 20, Noah, I'd say you could play maybe a little more safe, go plus 2 score, plus 14, plus 10. Here's the thing. Carson Beck he's a great quarterback, but he's streaky. He has his streaks. He streaks on, he streaks off. That Miami team saw some injuries against an Ole Miss team with probably one of the best quarterbacks, which I was shocked. He's a 6-year. Anyway, not the point. For looking at these point differentials here, Miami has not blown anyone out other than it looks like late in the season. So they're coming in rolling hot, but Ole Miss just kind of shook that. I think nothing's going to stop this Indiana team. I don't know the spread. I like going on the over plus 8.5, but who knows? They could. I don't know. There's a dominant defense with a solid offensive scheme.
I agree, man. And I think the thing that's tripping me up with this game, and don't get me wrong, I am on Indiana minus the 8.5 and everything, but I'm almost second guessing myself, because the last couple of weeks watching this Miami defense really play, and I mean, maybe they turned it on a little bit more for the playoffs. That time off helped a little bit instead of playing in the ACC championship, but I don't know, some switch feels like it was flipped there with Miami going into the playoffs defensively, and Indiana's going to flip that switch right back off. This is going to be another belt to ass. I like the splitting the difference there, Joe. Give me 14.5, give me 15.5, and then I'll sprinkle a little 27.5, just for fun, just a little 27.5. But I'm also going to take the under. I'm also going to take the under in this game. I think we have two very strong defenses. I think Indiana does blow them out, but I think the majority of the points we're going to see are from Indiana. Michael Irvin can do all the coke he wants on the sidelines. Those boys ain't going to be running past this Indiana secondary.
Hey, he said it. He's just excited to get a beer.
Yeah, I bet he was.
I had the same thinking, AJ, going into the Oregon-Indiana game, where I took under 48.5. I was like, okay.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Indiana blows them out, but their defense is so good that Oregon's not going to score that many points. They're about late second quarter. Not even late second quarter. Late first quarter, early second quarter, I was like, oh, shit. Indiana's going to cover 48.5 themselves. God damn. Now, I do think Miami has a little bit better of a defense than Oregon, and I would say a worse offense. So maybe this game adheres a little bit better to the under. But, man, yeah, I don't think, to Joe's point, I don't think there's any stopping this Indiana team. They're going to just impose their will on, all three phases of the game. Scary thing is they're going to be even better next year.
They will. They really will. This transfer class that Cignetti's bringing in is disgusting. But let me go ahead.
Hoover's a better quarterback than Mendoza. I'm not saying anything bad about Mendoza. I'm just saying Hoover's an upgrade, and that's going to be scary.
Okay, I do want to go ahead and withdraw my under pick, and I do want to replace it because I feel it's the Natty. I got to get all my college football bets out of my system before we go dormant for the next 8 months or however long it is, because it feels like 12. But I am going to take Indiana first half minus the 4.5, and we're going to go ahead and just
that's a great
take
line.
Indiana every single which way to Sunday. Great line. Great. You're telling me Indiana is only going to be ahead by a field goal going into the half? That's hilarious.
No, they'll be up 2 tutties at halftime.
Anything else on college football, the Natty, before we move on, boys?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Solid. I'll send you that tweet later. Never mind. Let's go ahead and move over to the. I was debating whether I wanted to say it on air, and Anyway, let's move on to the NFL divisional round. We are in knee deep in the playoffs, boys, after what was an insane wild card weekend that did see one head coach getting das Boot, with Mike Tomlin stepping away from coaching and stepping away from the Steelers organization. His next moves, obviously, TBD. The big story around it, the big news coming out of it is that he's stepping away from coaching, not stepping away from the Steelers as a whole. Steelers do still retain his rights. If he does want to get back into coaching this next season, a trade would have to be worked out, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, shout out to Mike Tomlin. Great run there in Pittsburgh, and can't wait to see him go 9-8.
No losing seasons.
No losing seasons. No losing. And I mean, how many head coaches can say that? He never had a losing season.
I believe he's the only one.
He's got to be.
I believe he's the only one who can boast never having a losing season. Over, obviously there's some newer coaches in the league who have not, but haven't been around as long. Yeah. He had, 21, 22 seasons, something like that?
19.
No losing seasons. That's crazy.
No losing seasons. Insane. By the way, Tomlin, if you do want to get into coaching, again, it's very nice out here. We've, after the snowbirds leave, there's no traffic or anything like that. It's great. We'll get you set up in Paradise Valley, brother. We got you. Anyway, or Matt LaFleur. It doesn't sound like negotiations are going well over there, no. So, I mean, hey, LaFleur, come on down, baby.
He's not leaving. He's coming back.
Just let me dream that we're going to get someone good and not get, I don't know, Southern Mississippi's secondary offensive coordinator or something. Anyway, I'm going to stop bitching about the Cardinals. Let's move on. Divisional football. We've got 2 more days of football this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, leading into the Natty on Monday. Let's start on Saturday, boys. With the early game, we do have Bills, Broncos. Broncos, the 1 seed in the AFC. They're 1.5-point favorites at home. 45.5 is the total. Public is a little bit more split on this one than I thought they were going to be, especially after the near murders we saw of Josh Allen last week. 59% of the bet, 61% of the money coming in on the Bills, and all the money, 62% of the bet, 75% of the money coming in on the Bills, plus the 100 on the money line. Now, I want to start off because, Noah, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this all season long, buddy. We have been waiting for the downfall of Bo Nix and the downfall of Sean Payton and the house of cards to crumble around what is this Denver team. After seeing Josh Allen nearly losing a knee, an arm, his hand, and getting a concussion that he definitely slid someone at 20 to get cleared back into the game, it does make me a little weary going into this one, especially with the public being so high on the Bills. And granted, it's a what have you done for me lately league. The Broncos sat at home last week. The Bills looked great. But Noah, as we've talked about all season long, Josh Allen has to be Superman. And Superman's great, but, he gets hit with kryptonite in the leg. He's only, partially great and he doesn't have a leg. And I don't know if he's got a leg anymore. Against my better judgment, against what I want as a sports fan, go ahead, give me the Broncos minus the 1.5 here in Mile High. I'm not as worried about the conditions as I would be with other teams. Obviously, Buffalo, Denver, similar enough, I guess you could say. The Buffalo people probably have some offense with me saying that. I'm sorry. Give me the Broncos minus 1.5. And Bills can't get it done with Mahomes, Lamar, and Joe Burrow out of the picture. Unbelievable. Joe, take it from here.
Oh, well, this will be their second meeting this year.
This is why I love having Joe here. I get a buffer before you rip me a new one. I can get a little buffer before you rip me. It's great.
It's tough, guys, because this is a season of defense. I mean, the Texans have proven it. The Patriots have a decent young offense, but that defense is for real. Same with the Rams, and they have a veteran with Stafford. Same with the Seahawks. We've got Sam Darnold, the 1 seed as well. So that's the question. Is Bo Nix, is he that guy? I don't think so, but some part of me wants to – I'm wary. I agree with you. That Bills team, you're right. They showed Josh Allen can get hit quite a bit, and they came away with that win somehow. I want the Bills to win. Will they? It's going to come down to the Bills offense, because the Broncos will be able to do fine. And the Bills did it once this year. I think it'll be a very close game. One score, but depends. I think it's going to come down to who gets the ball last. And I think if Josh Allen gets it last, he's going to win. So I'm actually going to go Bills here. Bills plus 3.5. Minus 3.5, excuse me.
Oh, you're going to take an alt line. Damn, Joe feeling aggressive tonight, first night on the show. I like it. Noah, tell me why I should not take the Broncos. Go ahead. Rip me a new one, buddy.
Man. I've been waiting for this damn moment, for the time we get the game. The most fraudulent 1 seed we have ever seen in the history of the NFL playoffs. This team, I would argue, is not even good enough to be in the playoffs. Maybe they squeak in with the 6-7 wild card seed. Okay, that's fine in another year. They somehow stumble their way into the 1 seed. The amount of Broncos games I have watched and been like, oh, this team is ass. And then somehow they win by a field goal, by either the other team missing a last-second field goal or them making a last-second field goal. They've done that way too many fucking times. This team is not good. They're not good. I don't have an overwhelming amount of faith in Buffalo. They did eke out the win against the Jaguars in Duval. So good on them for that.
Real quick, Noah, you know what this Broncos team reminds me of? Before, I didn't mean to cut you off here. This Broncos team reminds me of this Chiefs team last year. Playing Russell Wilson football. Get a first down, win by a score. I agree with you. Sorry, Noah. I think some team's going to blow them out.
That's a good point there, Joe. That's a good point. Keep going.
That's on me.
Yeah, I think this is going to be where, like you said, AJ, that house of cards just comes toppling down. And I think we're going to see it early in this game, especially if Bo Nix makes a couple mistakes, or even if the Bills defense just forces a couple 3-and-outs early.
Yeah.
I think we are going to see Superman Josh Allen in this. He's going to give it his all. Beaten, battered, whatever, doesn't matter. The empty space that he has in his head, because not all of his brain cells are there, probably helps with the concussion thing. It's harder to diagnose a concussion when Josh Allen's just naturally golden retriever energy and there's not a lot going on in his head to begin with outside of football. So if he did get his bell rung, he's just like, oh yeah, and everyone's like, oh, that's just normal Josh.
Fine.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen, gets it done. I am going to say, foreshadowing, I think the Bills win this game, and then whoever they're playing, whether it be Houston or New England, I think the buck stops there. Josh Allen falls short of a Super Bowl appearance yet again. But I do like the Bills to grab one more win here against a Denver team that does not deserve home field, does not deserve a 1 seed next to their name. And I might outline this a little bit, but I'm okay with the Broncos being favored. I'll just take the little bit of plus money that's being given on Bills' money line to get it done. It could end up being a close game. We'll see, but I don't see the Broncos getting away with a win here.
Ooh, we'll see. I don't know, man. If this was at Highmark, different conversation we're having. This is on Highmark. This is a different conversation, but Mile High, baby. Mile High. We'll see how that one goes. Let's keep it moving, boys, to the night game. We've got, is it week 7 in the NFC West? No, it's the divisional round. We've got the 49ers and the Seahawks. It's unbelievable. 3 of the 4 NFC West teams are not only in the playoffs, in the divisional round. And, then there's the Cardinals. Seahawks, 7-point favorites at home. 45.5 is the total. McCormick was good, brother. Where's the public at? Oh, that's right. 75% of the bet, 63% of the money coming in on. Give me a guess, Joe. Who do you think the money's on?
I'm going to go Niners here. We got a lot of West Coast fans.
My headphones went out. I didn't hear you. Who do you think the money's on?
I'm going Niners. I think
Niners?
majority's on the Niners.
I'm not guessing. I don't like this game. I always lose.
Public is on the Niners with the +7, but on the Seahawks heavy on the money line. Well, an interesting split there. 68% of the bets, 44% of the money coming in on Seahawks money line. So probably seeing a lot of parlay bets with that. Noah, starting with you. 49ers Seahawks NFC West matchup at Seattle at home, 7 points. Who you got, bro?
Yeah, you know what scares the hell out of me is I want to take Seattle. I really, really want to take Seattle because I think they're the better, more well-rounded team. Sam Darnold's had too much fucking time to sit on his couch and think. He is 100% going to be seeing ghosts in this game. It's an inevitable thing that's always going to happen at one point or another. It feels like it might be this game. If he does get past this game, then it'll just be against probably the Rams in the NFC Championship game. But I'm worried. I'm worried about the bye week for Seattle, that Darnold's had too much time to sit and think. And he does have JSN, which is really nice. They've been running the ball a lot better
great. They've been
back third of the season after being like one of the worst rushing teams early on. Their defense is the only thing that gives me hope with Seattle because their defense is really damn good. I think they'll have a really good game plan against San Fran. The Niners are a weird team. Like they haven't wowed me all season, but they seem to just get it done. But in a different way than Denver. It's not a kind of like stumbled your way into a win type of thing. With the Niners, it feels more gritty and intentional, if that makes sense. Like they're grinding out these wins and they're close. Games, but it's because they're so beaten and battered at almost every position and now George Kittle now tears his ACL. Can't forget about that. So it's like, who do you even have anymore? It's just McCaffrey on offense. The offensive line is
literally
beat up. Your receiver room beat up. You don't have George Kittle. After George Kittle went down, Kyle Juszczyk was basically playing tight end and actually doing a hell of a job at it. Let's not forget that. They started using him a lot in the past game. That's going to be a really good prop. I will be betting absolutely all the overs on receiving yards, receptions, maybe an anytime touchdown on Kyle Juszczyk because I think they're going to do the same thing that they did after Kittle went out. And they're basically going to use Juszczyk as a tight end in the receiving game. This one's a hard one, sitting at the 7 points. Because it's at 7 even, I'm going to take the Niners to cover. That's basically my insurance on is Darnold going to see ghosts? Because if Darnold comes out and he's completely seeing them ghosts, Niners are winning this game. But if Darnold's not seeing the ghosts in this game and wants to wait until the championship game or even the Super Bowl, I mean, if he does what he's done most of the season, Seattle should win this by 7 points at home, I would think. My gut's just telling me to take the Niners to cover, even if they keep it close.
I get it. I saw some crazy stat today. Sam Darnold, like when he's thrown one or more interceptions in a game this season, he's like 3-1 or something like that. Like it's an insane stat for Sam Darnold. But Joe, 49ers Seahawks, 7 points. Who you got in this one?
I'm more shocked at the under 45.5. So we're gonna have an all-out defensive battle. I think it's gonna be within 7 here. The Seahawks defense, man, is so flipping real. They are unbelievable. Like, what are they? They're number 1 or 2 in interceptions and sacks. This team's unbelievable. And as we can see here, like I kind of mentioned earlier, we've got full defensive teams making it so deep. So I'm going the Seahawks here. The Seahawks are taking it. I don't know how much by. I think it'll be close. Like you said, Noah, Sam Darnold, who knows? But I don't know what conspiracy.
That's the X factor, baby. What is Sam Darnold going to do? Is he going to throw 3 picks or is he going to throw 4 touchdowns and no interceptions?
But maybe I'm a little superstitious here, man. The Seahawks believe in the Pope here. They believe they're going to win it. So I think that belief's going to take them, maybe to the championship at least. I don't know if they'll go deep.
Pope's from Chicago, not Seattle.
Well, I mean, the conspiracy that whenever the Pope selected, the Seahawks go deep.
That's right. I forgot about that one. I was about to say, I think the Pope is a Bears fan. He might be at the game this weekend. Let's not forget that. The Pope might bless the Bears.
Everybody keeps always speculating on that. I don't think he's ever going to leave Vatican City to go attend a Chicago Bears game.
Never know. This is a hell of a game. And Joe, I like where your head is at. Give me the under in this one. Not only is this a defensive battle against two good defensive teams, but this is also the third time these guys have seen each other. So not only do these defenses know each offense, but we're also going to see these OCs really digging into their bag and throwing out some wild shit that we haven't seen yet this season.
Who won the first two matchups? Did they split?
No, I'm so glad you asked that because I was just thinking the same thing, and I'm going to double check myself real quick. 49ers won the first one, and lost the second one.
That makes me feel more comfortable. I was going to say we always say on this show, it's hard to beat a team twice. It's even harder to beat them 3 times. So
so you get the split there. You like to see that. I get where you're at with Sam Darnold, boys. I get where you're at with him. Again, I think it was that San Francisco game, or it was a couple weeks before that. He threw a pick early, and I was like, oh, it's done. Seattle's done this game. And then what do? They come back, go ahead and win by 20. I think Sam Darnold is not past seeing ghosts, but past seeing ghosts and then continuing to see ghosts throughout the night. I think he's taken that step as a quarterback. Give me the Seahawks minus the 7. Give me under 45.5. I think the Seahawks defense is going to choke Brock Purdy to hell. Give me Brock Purdy for anytime interception as well. I think he's going to just be scrambling and is going to try to throw to someone who's playing offense for the 49ers. And Seattle's defense is going to have a field day there. So give me a Seattle defense anytime touchdown too. Now, correction, Noah, defensive / special teams touchdown. Okay, let's go ahead and get that clarity in there.
Check your book.
I'm going to double check my book, make sure that the punt returner isn't also have a separate line or anything like that.
Yeah. I don't want to see anybody bitching on X, bitching on social media if they bet on a book that specifically says on the bet, defensive anytime touchdown, and there's a special teams touchdown.
That's on you. Learn to read.
And not that I don't think it was scummy of FanDuel to do that and switch it up.
Very scummy.
Read the damn bet. That is on you for looking at the terms of the bet that you are making. So don't be bitching about it. Don't be saying, oh, and then customer service didn't do a goddamn thing about it. It's like, yeah, because if you look at your bet slip, that ticket, it does say defensive anytime touchdown. Yeah. It does not say defensive or special teams.
Yeah, and if you're new to this whole gambling thing, let me give you some advice real quick.
Read the terms. Read the damn terms.
Besides reading the terms, I guess this is more of a lesson in betting and everything. If the casino or the book has your money there and you don't win a bet, they're not going to give it back 99.9% of the times, unless they really need to drive up like engagement and new signups and everything. And they're like, oh well, did you bet Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown and he blew his ACL in the first play? Well, we're gonna give you your money back because we hate gambling, and I hate it when they do that. It sickens me. And granted, it's because I use real Vegas casino books and don't use FanDuel, DraftKings, etc. And that's on me. But again,
you talk about a parlay breaker. I'm gonna go a little hot here. I think the Christian McCaffrey touchdown's a parlay breaker.
I think that's gonna break it this year?
I think he's gonna get a ton. He's gonna put up a hell of a game. But think about it. If he is their number one stat for passing yards and running yards, it's kind of like what we saw with the Eagles. I mean, freaking what was it? Brian Robinson with the touchdown right off the bat. I think if we get a touchdown, it's gonna be someone random. So I don't know. I don't think McCaffrey's gonna get it.
I can see it. I was going to look right now because I bet it's at like about minus 200, minus 250 for McCaffrey anytime.
That might be a good option then to go to an offshore book and bet no touchdown Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, if you're into prediction,
not that you should ever use an offshore book. But if there was a time to use an offshore book, theoretically speaking, this would be it. Again, gamble responsibly, gamble legally.
That feels like something to. That feels like one of the actually like good uses to go to like one of the prediction markets for.
Those scummy bags.
Because no book is gonna give you a line on McCaffrey no touchdown.
Yeah.
But if you can get it at a essentially what would be plus odds, maybe I'll have to download one of them. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't done it yet.
I think he'll put up stats if you put a plus over, yards.
He's minus 125 anytime touchdown.
Polymarket is invite only. I have an app. Like I have an account. The fuck they mean it's invite only?
I don't know. I guess you didn't get invited.
Weirdos. Anyway.
I like that McCormick Tonjes.
Yep.
Ooh, Tonjes for an anytime touchdown. All right.
Parlay that use check Tonjes together and just let that cook. That'll probably have you. That'll
make you even week. For the day.
$20 on that probably makes your week.
Probably make my week. Shit, I've been having a rough day in college ball. Anyway, let's move over to Sunday, boys. Sunday, last 2 games of the day. We got, and I do say, shout out to the NFL. Thank you for not making these the normal time games, like the normal, mid slate and then the Sunday night game, at all hours of the night. Thank you for moving it up a couple of hours so that, my wife knows football season's winding down. So she wants to, start watching the shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, babe, college basketball. Anyway, next on the docket, we've got the Texans and the Patriots starting us off. Patriots 3-point favorites at home. 40.5 is the total on this one. 64% of the bets, 59% of the money coming in on the Texans after their impressive performance last week against the Steelers in the fourth quarter. Texans, 31% of the bets, 83% of the money coming in on the plus 150 money line. Noah. Ah, shit.
I'm right here. Don't worry.
How many times did CJ Stroud turn over the football last week?
4. All in the first half. All in the first half, by the way.
Okay, that explains why that game was pretty close.
Let me ask a follow-up question, AJ. What was the score at halftime?
I think it was like 6-7. I hate you. I had to. I'm sorry. You set me up, Noah. You set me up.
Yeah, this Texans defense is so damn good that they would have blanked the damn Steelers at Acrisure in the first round of the playoffs had CJ Stroud not fumbled the ball and lost it 4 damn times in the first half alone. And you'd be thinking to yourself, oh, the Steelers are probably kicking their ass. No, they got 6 points. They got 6 points off of those 4 fumbles. And then guess what? Second half, no turnovers for the Texans. What was the final score of the game?
I believe 31-6 or something like that.
I was going to say, I thought it was 33-6 or 30. Maybe it was 31-6. Yeah, so Texans just go out and just wall up the Steelers in the second half. Yeah, I don't think Stroud's going to be turning the ball over that much. We'll see. Patriots, obviously a better team than the Steelers. I don't think anyone's contesting that. This line's an interesting one. Obviously, I am a little partial here as I do have a number of futures out on Texans to A, make it to the Super Bowl and B, win the Super Bowl. So this is a team that's won 10 straight games. And they haven't all been easy. They started 0-3. They started 3-5. Now they're here. They've won 10 straight damn games. DeMeco Ryans joins a small list of head coaches who have, in their first 3 seasons, won a playoff game in all 3 seasons. So, safe to say he's going to be around Houston for quite a while.
That's for sure.
This is hands down the best defense in the league. I don't whatever way you carve it up, look at it. This Houston defense is insane. Azeez Al-Shire and Will Anderson, the way that the two of them just get to the quarterback, get to running backs, get to receivers when they catch a ball with space, those are 2 of the quickest linebackers, and I guess you could call Will Anderson an edge. It's because now they're calling. I feel like 5 years ago there was no such thing as edge. It was either calling him a defensive end or a linebacker. Now
there was no
edge, which is, I feel like, kind of a hybrid. But those 2 move so damn quickly in space. You might think a guy's open, catches the ball. There's no yards after catch available. You throw a screen pass and guy has 8-10 yards of space, and then next thing you know, by the time he catches the ball, turns his eyes upfield, he's getting smacked by one of the 2 of them. Their DBs are good. Their D-line is good. Their linebackers are good. They're just good all around. They have a really good defensive-minded head coach. Their offense, not the most impressive thing ever, but don't sleep on them because if C.J. Stroud starts connecting with Christian Kirk, with Nico Collins wasn't even a huge factor. Kirk was the one who really blew up in the second half. You know, they got some good guys there, and then the trio of Iowa State wide receivers who every now and then, you know, pop up onto the scene. Run game, not overly impressive, but Nick Chubb, a guy who I was ready to kind of write Nick Chubb off into the sunset, and then he comes in, and what they do to start the second half, just handed it to him like 7 or 8 straight times.
Yeah,
he was just barreling down the gut for like 6-7 yards a carry. This is a dangerous team. On the flip side, Patriots, they had the weakest schedule in the AFC. I believe the weakest. They might have finished with the second weakest schedule in the NFL. They were either weakest or second weakest. These teams looked really dominant against bad teams, so I can't fault them. They don't choose their own schedule. They've looked really, really dominant against bad teams. They've been competitive against good teams. I think they'll be competitive in this one. I think they're going to fall just short. This is going to be an absolute defensive slugfest, though, between D'Amico Ryans, Mike Vrabel. As explosive as the Patriots' offense has been, they've played a lot of shitty defenses, and I think this is going to be a low-scoring defensive slugfest, 13-10 type of game, 16-13. Houston comes out on top. If anybody misses a field goal or two, that could be absolutely crucial in this game.
True.
Because I think scoring chances are going to be few and far between with these two teams.
Do you think I'm just thinking from a motivational standpoint and like getting the boys ready type of thing. You think if Vrabel and D'Amico Ryan went out there like to midfield like right before the coin toss and just, you know, started trading a couple blows, like that would get the boys cooking? Because if there were 2 head coaches that would do something like that to get the boys fired up, like a phone call before, like, hey bitch, I'll meet you at the center field, you know, meet you at the 50 before the game starts. Oh, I'll be there, bitch. And then I think that would really send a message. And
I mean, yes, except for the fact that when you look at Vrabel and D'Amico Ryans, they're both very cool temperaments. Like,
no, I know, but
neither of them really get hot very often. So I can see it from like one hand, but on the other hand, it's like both of them are just generally very calm people. Like,
oh, fine. You don't let me have any fun, Noah.
You know, if somebody, you know, enticed both of them, you know, got in there, started, you know, throwing lots of lighter fluid on like starting a mini fire and then throwing lots and lots and lots of lighter fluid on it, maybe. And I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it. I would absolutely enjoy it. I just,
we need to get Jake Paul to book that fight. Joe.
Oh, I'm hot taking this one, y'all. Oh, them Patriots. Yes, them Patriots. Okay. So first of all, yes, I agree. After watching Houston absolutely try and put Aaron Rodgers into an early retirement, like, my goodness.
Is it early at this
point?
I feel like
you're right. It's not early.
Is that early when you're
like bro is up way past his bedtime in that game. I mean,
when you're pushing 45, is it really an early retirement
in the NFL?
But to watch
CJ
Stroud. CJ Stroud was what killed me. You're right. I mean, fantastic coaching mind there in Houston. Best defense in the league, hands down. I don't think CJ Stroud's going to get it done. I feel like he looked like a boy playing amongst men. And you're right. I probably didn't watch enough of the second half where they got their run game going and the scheme was working. He looked awful in the first half. And I think that might just be enough for the Patriots to pull away. I think Drake May, you know, the most accurate passer we have in the league. Yes, weakest schedule in the league, hands down. He's got Stephon Diggs. He's probably got the second best tight end we're seeing in the league right now, other than probably Trey McBride. It's going to see the only on a defense where their secondary is weak. I think the number one most pass interference calls. Is CJ Stroud going to be able to exploit that? I don't think so. So I'm going Patriots here. I can't give you numbers. I'd probably just go straight money line. I think they're going to do it.
I like where your head's at, Joe. And I want to dig in a little deeper because, like, I'm with you. That first half watching CJ Stroud was miserable. Watching all of the fumbles was miserable. But the thing that really concerned me was It was all out of shotgun, and they weren't terrible snaps. It was him either taking his eye off the ball, trying to pick up the blitz or something. And the Patriots defensively aren't going to let him get comfortable whatsoever either. The Steelers sure as hell did their best to not let him get comfortable. Then they had to respect the run game. I think the Patriots defense can definitely hold their own against that and make Stroud feel uncomfortable. And that's where the potential MVP runner-up comes in Drake May. Drake May, that guy. That's the guy I'm talking about. I mean, he's had an incredible year. I love the way the offense run. Hunter Henry, Travion Stevenson is unbelievable. Henderson, excuse me. Give me the Patriots minus the 3. Give me under 40.5 as well. Defensive battle. Let's go on, Nez.
Don't get me wrong. I know we're moving on. Go ahead, move forward.
No, you're good.
I think that Houston I want to root for them. Midwest team. Been so bad I shouldn't say so bad. It's been mediocre.
Kansas over here calling Houston,
Midwest.
Whatever. Been mediocre for so long. It's good to see them here. I don't think CJ Stroud's the guy who's going to get them there. That's just my opinion.
What you got, Noah?
I got 2 last thoughts on that question for both of y'all. First off, you don't think Houston's going to make a little bit of offensive adjustments after, obviously, Pittsburgh, a really good pass rush with the duo of edges that they have there. I would say a better pass rush than the Patriots have. Overall defense, not the case. Better pass rush, yes. Second little anecdote before you answer that. If the Patriots do move on, could potentially be Stephon Diggs. Joe, you mentioned him, so I just want to bring it up. Could potentially be his last game, as he does have a court hearing 2 days before the AFC Championship game for a felony charge. Not that it has any impact on this game, as he will be playing in this game. But something to just maybe keep in mind there going forward. Not that it impacts this, but.
Well, maybe there's a reason I haven't taken out a future on the Patriots, Noah. Okay, maybe there's a reason. He'll
still play. He'll go to his court date, and they're just going to let him.
Can I get like a 5-hour parole for the Super Bowl? I'm sorry, I gotta be there.
This will be a step up game for Drake May. If he steps up here, I don't know if he's. You got to prove it.
This is a big time.
Big prove it game for him. Going to be a hell of a way to start off our Sunday, leading to the Sunday night football game, ending up in the NFC. Let's go Rams, Bears, Rams. 3.5-point favorites going to Soldier Field. 48.5 is the total. 66% of the bet, 67% of the money coming in on Joe. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't want to bet against those Bears. I'm going to say they're majority on the Bears, even though those Rams are a better team.
Yeah, the public's dumb. They're probably on the Bears.
66%, 67% of money on Bears plus the 4, 65% of the bet, 57% of the money coming in on Rams money line. So, yeah, public's liking the points. They're not liking the money line as much. I like this Bears team. I love this Bears team. What Ben Johnson has been able to do in one season is absolutely unbelievable. And I think that he definitely deserves Coach of the Year for what he's been able to turn around here with the Chicago Bears organization. The way the defense operates,
So deserves asshole of the year.
Oh, why? Oh, why? Because he pat Matt LaFleur on the back one time? Oh, and then Matt LaFleur had to have a coach next to him to make sure that he doesn't big brother him again? Oh, man.
No.
Man.
It's deeper than that. And it's the not admitting that it's personal. He keeps saying, oh, no, it's just a rivalry. It's not personal. It's just grow up. Admit that you hate Matt LaFleur and it's personal. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You're allowed to do that. But, like, stop. You hated Matt LaFleur before you went to Chicago, and you hate him even more.
It was just a rivalry.
Yeah, no, stop trying to cover it up with the rivalry. Just admit you hate Matt LaFleur. I don't know why, but like, let's
the rivalry.
No, let's call it what it is. You hate that he's got something against Matt LaFleur personally. I don't know what or when that brewed, but it's so funny because before we fully get into the game, I did want to talk on this. Okay. Matt LaFleur's got a lot of friends in head coaching, coordinator positions across the league. as he's coached with a lot of them. It's funny because reports have come out that a lot of them not big fans of Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is very quickly painting himself as one of the biggest villains in the NFL, whether or not he's doing that intentionally. Like I said, LaFleur's got a lot of friends who now have a sour taste for Ben Johnson because
no, if he keeps winning games and he keeps beating the Packers and sending you guys home early in the playoffs, he can be as big of an asshole as he wants to be. Well, fuck, he can go ahead and say Chicago style pizza is the worst thing in the world. Good, better, best. Let's fucking go to the next week. Are you kidding me, bro?
You know, hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying the dude's a dick and he's trying to play like he's this nice guy, and it's all in the fun of the rivalry. It's like, no, you have hate in your heart. You have hate in your heart
for the Packers because he's the Bears head coach.
Just admit it. That's all I'm asking. Just admit it. Stop trying to play like you don't have a personal grudge against LaFleur and the Packers, and you haven't had one for years. This goes back to Detroit, maybe even longer than that. Just admit it.
So can I go back to my pick now?
Yes, that I've spoke my piece.
Okay. Thank you, Noah. As I was saying, I love this Bears team. I love Ben Johnson, Coach of the Year, Ben Johnson, Noah. And sure, maybe you go ahead and throw a little Asshole of the Year his way. Okay, maybe you go ahead and do that. But I don't like Caleb Williams. I have been firm on this all season long. I think what the Bears have done defensively is incredible. What Ben Johnson is able to scheme offensively to hide the deficiencies of Caleb Williams has been incredible and has led them to a very successful season. One of the most successful Bears seasons I've seen in a long time. Defense wins championships. That's great. Bears are 11-6. That's great. Those 6 losses came against very veteran quarterbacks who have been around this league, quarterbacks who know how to slice and dice a defense, quarterbacks who know all the tricks in the book. Checks notes. Oh, Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs. Matthew Stafford is the oldest quarterback in the playoffs right now. And with that comes a lot of experience. With that comes knowing shit and the lights not being too bright. And then let's not forget, there's a guy named Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams that catch balls for him. And then you got, what's his name? Blake Corum. That's right. He's been a late development ad. And then you also have Kyron Williams. That O-line's incredible. That defense is incredible. Sean McVay is a genius. Give me the Rams -3.5. I'll even take it up to 6.5. I don't think this is close. I really don't. I think the Bears will try to hold it close in the first half, but then the Rams will open it up in the second half. Good run, hell of a season to the Chicago Bears. Seriously, one of the best I've seen, and I think one we can really build on. I need a new quarterback. Joe, what you got?
He's just not very classy. I think he's got it. I think he needs to grow up a little bit. He's trying to fake it till he makes it, and he isn't making it. So quit faking it. I agree with you. Stafford's probably got the second highest passer rating of the season this year for a quarterback. I think only behind Drake May, who has had a pretty easy schedule. He's a veteran. He's been there. Sean McVay, absolute fucking stud. Oh my gosh. I think it's pretty easy, but I will say this: if you're gonna go on the Bears, or even if you're gonna go on the Rams, I think if it's within a 1-score game starting the fourth quarter, I think the Bears are gonna win it just based off of their track record.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind if you're gonna put a parlay and you think the Rams are gonna close it out. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying, keep your dick whipped out or whatever it is, but I don't know. This Bears team, they somehow keep doing it. I mean, they did it to the Packers. I was shocked. And you're right. I didn't mean that in a sense of pouring salt on a wound. I meant that in the fact that they've done this.
Great backhand there, Joe. Backhand.
They have done it the past 7 games when it's been within a 1-score game. They've pulled it out of their ass. So I hope what you say is true, Age. I hope the Rams blow them up. You got the number 1 points per game offense in the league here. The only team I think that could probably do it. And they lost to them earlier in the season. Sorry, Noah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What's your pick then, Joe? I can't tell. You're flipping.
Sorry. I'm going Rams all the way. I think it's going to be a 2-score game because if not, the Bears are going to win it. Sadly, I think they're going to win +10, +14.
I like it. Noah.
Yeah, to defend that a little bit, Brandon McManus, he's a terrorist. Rich Bisaccia deserves prison time. Keyshawn Nixon, send him back down to Pee Wee football. Golly, Caleb Williams, that was a hell of a throw that he made on that fourth down.
That was a hell of a throw.
The thing that people weren't focusing on was the absolute blown coverage on the back end by Keyshawn Nixon, who checks notes. Oh, he's done that a shit ton. Yeah, no, that's the last I'm gonna say about that.
I'm sorry, you said terror. I'm sorry, just to clarify, Brandon McManus is a terrorist or deserves jail time?
I said Brandon McManus is a terrorist.
Oh, he's the terrorist.
Bisaccia deserves jail time.
Bisaccia deserves jail time.
We did finally fire him after like 4 seasons, though. So
it took a
4 seasons of being the highest paid special teams coordinator in the league.
With the worst special teams. Anyway, go ahead, Noah.
Yeah. I will say the Bears did make a crucial mistake after the clock hit 0. And that was putting those foam cheese graters on, because every time that a team has done that this season, checks notes, they've lost their next game every single time. And it's happened 5 or 6 or 7 times. Like it's a new popular thing. I remember I think the Lions were the first fan base to start doing that.
It's the opposite of that Mamba mentality.
Now it started spreading. It's like, whatever. Like Leroy Butler, the inventor of the Lambeau Leap, said, if you I don't really get it. If you shred cheese, it's still cheese. But point being, every time that players on a team who have beat the Packers have put the foam cheese graters on, they have lost their very next game. Baltimore did it. They lost to Pittsburgh, missed out on the playoffs. It's a curse. It's a curse. You don't shred the cheese. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, Bears lose this game. They lose it convincingly. I agree with you, AJ, just the fact that I think the Rams are just better at almost every single position.
Yeah.
And as good as Ben Johnson is as an offensive mind and as a coach, Sean McVay is a evil maniac who's somehow going to have the perfect game plan that's just going to tear holes in Ben Johnson's game plan.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. The Bears have had the habit this year of getting behind by 2 or 3 scores early. They've clawed their way out of a lot of those. You don't get down 2 or 3 scores to the Rams in the first half and come back and beat the Rams.
No.
If the Bears want any chance in this game, they're going to have to strike first and maintain or hold a lead or a tied score. Otherwise, it's not happening. They're not coming back from. They're not coming back from 2 or 3 scores. So if they get down 2 scores or more, I just call it then. Game's over. Sean McVay's not going to let that shit happen.
I like it. And for full transparency, I do also have a future out on the Rams to win the Super Bowl. So
all right.
For full transparency there.
I hope the Rams and the Texans meet each other in the Super Bowl, AJ, and then we can, both hedge our bets and be fine.
Both hedge our bets and take the other side. You bet, Noah. You bet.
You're right, though, Noah. He doesn't have that mama mentality. It's just a little classless.
We're playing this week. Anyway, before we wrap up NFL college football talk, you boys got anything else?
Fuck the Broncos.
Again, that house of cards is coming down, baby.
Again, Broncos minus the 1.5. Thanks for the free money on the ground. We're going to go ahead and take a quick little break, and then we will be back with our picks for the Sony Open to start the PGA season, Noah. I'm ready. I know you're ready. I'm hoping Joe's ready. He looks ready, and we're going to get this cooking. Before we do that, do want to take one more moment. Shout out to everyone watching here on Rumble over on YouTube and X. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help out more than you know. I'm the Brofict one, AJ. That's the Money Train, Noah. That's the Young Gun, Joe. And we'll be right back on Degenerate Takes. All right, we good?
We good.
I'm good.
And 3, 2. And we're back, D-Gens. Perfect One AJ here with the Money Train Noah and the Young Gun Joe, who just finished his first hour with us here on Degenerate Takes. Joe, congratulations. You've hit the hour threshold.
For having us.
I do understand. You're good. I do understand that you got to step away. Thank you so much for joining us, Joe. Hope to join us a lot more in the future. And yeah, have a good night, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Guys, thank you. I got to up on my golf game. Don't tell anyone. Whoever is watching, again, these guys are incredible. Please continue to give them your love, your support, your likes. As the Perfect One has said, it helps out a lot. Thanks for having me. Hope to be back. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Joe. We will see you next week. Hell of an intro. Hell of a way to start it off for Joe. Have a good one, bud. Noah, it's that time of the year, buddy. It's golf that time of the year. Baby. Golf season is back. And I will say, Noah, because
I should say FedEx Cup season is back, because the golf does continue year round with smaller tournaments. We could cover golf year round. We choose to just cover the FedEx Cup season, as it would be a lot to cover.
It's a lot during football season. You know, we gotta bet the entire slate. We gotta bet the college slate, and then I gotta research the DP and the goodness gracious, that's a lot of work for me. And I got a puppy now. No, I got a puppy. I don't got that kind of time. But dude, we've got a good one. I mean, it's always a good one. It's nice, and I like that we always start off in Hawaii. You know, you get the beaches.
2 straight weeks. 2 straight weeks.
2 straight weeks over in Hawaii with the Sony, and then I forgot what next week says. But
it's the one that is like a smaller, usually 55, 60-ish person.
Yeah, but it's usually the bigger. It's like bigger names in this field. Isn't it?
Yeah. Why am I blanking on what it's called? Yeah, because it's the second event. I don't know why I'm blanking. AJ, maybe
American Express at La Quinta. Oh no, this one's in.
Are we doing?
Oh, that's right. They cut some tournaments this year. They cut a couple tournaments. They're only doing 1 week in Hawaii. And then the next one is the American Express at La Quinta in California, the Farmers Insurance Open, and then, of course, the Waste Management.
That's a bummer, because I feel like, or maybe it is the Sony Open. Do we have a smaller field in this? I don't know. Never mind. There's some names I haven't heard of. I don't know. Yeah, because usually what they would do is they'd have the back-to-back in previous years' events in Hawaii to start the season. The one of them was actually, I think the one before the Sony that they would normally do was like only like top 30 or 50 in the official world golf rankings, plus anybody who won a tournament in the previous year. That was the list. So it was a smaller event. This looks to be a little bit different. I'll have to refresh myself off air on what the PGA is doing this year.
Dude, sounds good, but this one is played at the Waialii Country Club in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's a
pronounce every vowel. That's how you pronounce
Waialii. Waialii. I don't fucking know. Anyway,
you're probably pretty close there. You just pronounce every single vowel.
And we'll try it again next time. See you next year, guys. It's a par 70 and one of the shorter courses here in the PGA. It's only 7,044 yards on this one. Purse of $9.1 million. Noah, last year, Nick Taylor was the one to take it in this one. And Noah, it might be a shorter course. And, that's why you can't be, overpowering your drives. You can't really be, trying to overpower this course. This course is going to take finesse. This course is going to be knowing your irons, knowing your mid irons, knowing your short irons and your pitching wedges, and able to get it on the green and just get away with a couple of putts. With the way this course is set up, you do see a lot of people who have won this tournament or competed well in this tournament continue to do well in this type of a tournament. And especially as we were talking with the iron play coming into effect here, you got to also, it's a beautiful country club, Noah. It's a beautiful course right there on the cliffs with the ocean.
You say that like there's not an ocean. You say that like there's a PGA Tour course. It's not beautiful.
I know, I always do, but you got a lot of wind here. You got to deal with a lot of wind coming off of the ocean, dealing with the cliffs and everything. Got to respect the hell out of that wind and how that's going to affect your ball flight. But besides that, Noah, it's another course that is on my list I want to play. That's probably why I want to join the PGA Tour, just because I want to play all these courses, and it's going to be a lot more expensive for me to pay to play these courses.
Rather than getting paid if you make the cut.
Yeah, if you make the cut. Anyway. But Noah, it's that time of the show. Do you have the Money Train weather report sponsored by Road Dogg? Toot toot.
Oh, God. I am out of...
Oh, you're out of practice?
I am out of practice.
I feel like you did this last year this time, like the first golf show.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is on me for
Honolulu, Hawaii, Noah.
Not having the weather report up.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's
dropping
see.
the ball. Let's be better next time.
Yeah, I gotta get. Sorry, I gotta get my shit together here.
Whew.
That is right. On me. Yeah, we were looking at very, very tame, partly cloudy conditions, mid 70s all week long. There will be wind. We are looking at 15 to 25 mile an hour winds the entire week. Gusts potentially up to 30, 40 miles an hour. So that could have an impact on play. No precipitation really in the forecast. Should be mostly sunny with some cloud coverage mixed in there. And it's going to be about the same weather all 4 days. So I'm not even going to break it down day by day.
Perfect.
Only a couple degrees swing in temperature, as typically does happen on the islands. And wind really going to be the only factor here.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. That's good. I feel like in most years we start off the season and it's just rainy and shitty weather and everything. I guess we got to wait till we get to California for that.
There has been some rain the last few days, though, so the course might not be quite as dry. Might help to keep things in control. Obviously, when you have those couple days of rain, the grass is probably going to be a little bit longer in the rough, but keep it in the fairway is going to be the key here, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of opportunity to really stick balls onto the green and go pin seeking a little bit if you can fight the wind.
Yeah, especially the first couple of days before it starts drying out and everything. That'll be great stuff there.
True.
But Noah, let's get into it, dude. Are you ready to make our first picks of the FedEx Cup season?
Oh, I am.
Let's drop into it. Noah, let's start where we always do. Maybe if I can get my shit together. There we go. Let's go ahead.
We're both out of practice.
Hey, we're out of practice in the PGA, but we're back, baby. We're back. Let's go ahead and start. Top 20, Noah. Russell Henley, won this one back in 2013. Has competed in this one a lot. Minus 180 sitting up there. We're not seeing Scotty up there, but he's not playing. Anyway, Ben Griffin at minus 125, Hideki at minus 120, JJ at minus 120 as well. Noah, any of those wetting the beak a little bit?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go bang, bang, bang on the first three there.
I like it.
Ben Griffin had a hell of a season last year. I look for him to continue that momentum. Ryder Cup, he wasn't horrible, wasn't great. The entire United States team really wasn't looking great in Ryder Cup. Hideki, coming into this field, probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest names coming in. Definitely. And then Russell Henley's a guy who really does not get enough love, who plays really good golf. Like you said, has won this event before. So, yeah, riding with all three of them. My next stop on this...
I am sorry, really quick. Oh. Did you know there's a professional women's volleyball league?
I did not, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's called Love B. And it is, who is playing right now? Austin and Atlanta. And it's a tight one. Holy shit. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry, Noah. Anyway.
No, all good. My next stop on this list for the top 20 is going to be Colin Morikawa, a guy who's he's had a down year or two, but with the time off, I mean, we've seen how good of a golfer Colin Morikawa can be. I'm taking a little bit of a leap of faith here with him, like not seeing him play for a little bit. But Collins, he's one of those guys who's dedicated enough. I feel like he probably worked out some kinks in the offseason this year. And I wouldn't be surprised. He tends to play pretty good on the islands too. He's a California guy, but so he's used to coastal conditions. He's used to wind. I expect at minimum a top 20 performance for him, especially looking at the field. Another guy who's used to some coasts and wind, but in a very different sense. Give me some Bobby Mack. You were already there. You were already there. Yeah, give me some Bobby Mack. I'm expecting a big week out of Bobby Mack here. He had a hell of a season last year. I know he's been on tour now like about 3 years. Really came onto the scene winning the Scottish Open a few years back, but really put together a complete season last year. I'm expecting him to continue that momentum. Next stop for me going to be Aaron Rai.
I love it. He's on
Don't really have a ton of rhyme or reason to that one. I just I'm feeling him.
Aaron Rai.
Field. Doing all right. Nick Taylor, another name that I'm going to throw on my card to top 20. Guy who defending champion, did you say?
Yes. And
Nick Taylor seems to always love to win events in January and February and then do nothing the rest of the FedEx.
Got to make sure you keep your tour card.
That just feels to me like the epitome of Nick Taylor. He's a January, February golfer, and then he's like, all right, now I'm just going to coast through the rest of this, barely crack the top 50 and play 1 or 2 rounds of the playoffs. No hate to Nick Taylor. Love the guy. Lives right out here in Scottsdale. But, yeah, we'll see. Brian Harman, another name that I'm going to take, even though he is getting up there a little bit in age, he still, I think, has some good golf in him. I feel like this is a field where he can take advantage of that. Very, very good iron player, good accuracy type of player. Not going to wow you with a lot of other things, but this could be conditions and a course that benefits Brian Harman this week, so that's why I'm on there. And then I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and just take Jordan Spieth at the plus 170.
Ooh, okay.
Jordan seemed like he was getting a little bit of his energy, his mantra, his MO back last season. Not at all times, but at certain times. We're going to see what happens with Spieth, but I think there's a chance maybe he fixed some things and maybe he's probably not back to prime. I don't think he'll ever be back to his prime, which was in his early 20s, but I think we might see some decent golf out of Spieth. We'll see. Or he's going to be an absolute train wreck and miss the cut. That's also very much a possibility.
Absolutely. Anything else, or you're done on the top 20?
That's probably all I got. I'm not taking too many swings at the fences here with anything crazy.
All right, I like it. Aaron Rai's on my card. We already talked about that. I am going to go with Keegan Bradley here at minus 105. He played some great golf mid to the late last season, kind of fell off at the end, and then the Ryder Cup happened. We don't have anything else to say about that. But I think he's going to pick himself up by the bootstraps. He top two'd this in 24, and so has good history here. I like that he's playing this event. Give me Bradley, Captain America, minus the 105 for me, please, and thank you. I'm on Bobby Mack as well. Not taking Morikawa, but give me Siwoo Kim. He did get cut last year, but won this one back in 23 and had a good 24 performance as well.
This is your new Sungjae.
He's not my new Sungjae. Bro, he is not. He is a great iron player. Shut up. He is a great iron player who has great control at mid-range and longer. I think he's going to play this course very well. Again, history matters here. He's won this one before at a down performance last year. I think he's going to pick it back up. All right. God, dude. Also be taking.
I'm saying last season he was your new obsession.
No, he was just a good golfer, and I was hitting on him.
Well, sometimes.
I didn't take him outright. I was taking him top 20, top 10. I rarely took him top 5.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to take anybody regularly outright when they're going up against Scotty Scheffler.
Exactly. No, but top 5 and outright, I've been staying. Anyway, I'm not going to defend my picks to you. JJ Spawn. Give me JJ Spawn minus the 120. Top 3 this last year. Played solid at the end of the year. I think his irons are going to be very nice here as well. So we pretty much just took all the favorites.
I was going to say we kind of lit up the top of the leaderboard there between the two of us.
We took a very roundabout way to get to all favorites in that one. A lot of chalk in that, but hey, it's not our fault. These are where the lines are at. Let's go ahead. Keep it.
They're there for a reason.
Exactly. Let's keep it moving, Noah. Top 10. Who you got? Where do you want to start?
Top 10. This is where I'm probably going to actually drop off of Russell Henley and Hideki.
Yeah.
Ben Griffin, I will be riding that at was at plus 170.
Yes, sir.
Yep. High on that. Bobby Mack, I'm high on top 10 as well. Was that 205?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to throw Colin Morikawa in the mix here. I just like the juice that they're throwing on that. Feels fine to me. And then my last pick, my fourth pick for the top 10 is probably going to be Nick Taylor. We're just going to see what happens. Like I said, Mr. January and February.
Sounds good. I like it. I like Nick Taylor. I'll take Nick Taylor too at the plus 340. I did forget one top 20 pick. Taylor Pendrith to top 20. No real rhyme or reason.
I love Pendrith.
I love Pendrith too. I want him to have a good week, so I'll throw him in the top 20 there. I'm on Nick Taylor as well. I'm going to stay away from Aaron Rye. I'm on Bobby Mack as well. I am going to take Keegan Bradley to top 10 this at plus 210. I just think that number's too good to give up right now. I'm going to take JJ as well here in the top 10. Cutting off a lot of guys, but it had to be done. No, it had to be done.
Yeah, this field is interesting because you got none of the like top tier big names, but then you got some of the, like, I would call them mid-tier big names where they're like, guys who have definitely won before. You look at like Hideki, Colin Morikawa, Jordan Spieth on there. I know Morikawa, Spieth haven't been playing the best lately. And then you got some up and newcomers that have been playing really well, but no like huge names in this field. It's definitely a good field, but it certainly makes things interesting. And then you got a bunch of guys who are, just off the Corn Ferry, just off, amateurs who I'm sure will be surprised by somebody here.
Yeah, we have to be. Let's go to top 5. Noah, who you got?
Yeah, this is gonna watch. This is gonna end up being one of those like, what was it, 2 years ago, like Matthew Pavone, like who the fuck was that? Just rips off 2 wins straight. Top 5, I got 2 picks. I got Ben Griffin. I got Bobby Mack.
I have 2 picks as well. Noah, where is Bobby? Did I miss him? Yep, there he is, plus 400.
I was going to say, should be somewhat close to the top.
Yeah, I got Bobby Mack as well, and then I'm also taking a stab at JJ Spawn to top 10 at plus 360.
You're high on JJ Spawn this week.
I think this course really complements his play style, and he's gonna. If he can stay out of his own fucking head for 4 days, he's gonna have a great game. Like, he's gonna have a great round.
In his defense, he looked better than a lot of the other guys on the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah, looked a lot better, and
again, everybody was kind of playing like ass on Team USA until the very last day when they almost made the biggest comeback in the history of the world. But JJ Spawn looked less ass than most of the other guys did.
Yeah, I would agree. Outright, Noah, who you got?
I'm going to ride with Ben Griffin outright. Plus 1,700. Sure. I don't have like a super confident pick on anybody. Obviously, really, really tough to nail outrights in golf unless it's Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
I mean, you're catching a juicy line on pretty much anybody you take. Outside of that plus 1,100 for Russell Henley, I feel like that's not juiced up quite enough, but hence why I took Russell Henley top 20 and then stayed off of him the rest of it. I just think he's too heavy of a favorite for this event. But yeah, I'll ride with Ben Griffin, see what happens. Dude's coming off of a career year. Let's see him continue that momentum. Not going to throw a ton on that, but we'll see.
No, I'll take a sprinkle with Ben Griffin. Going to take a sprinkle with JJ as well. I like it. Noah.
My real juicy bet here, and I also did get a 30% odds boost on it, so it made it even sweeter. Took Ben Griffin top 5. Bobby Mack top 10 and Morikawa top 20. Little three-leg parlay at, I believe it ended up at 1,1700 odds, something like that.
I like it. I like that a lot.
I'm just hoping. Let's let that hit.
Let's do it. No, let's hit it. Let's hit it. But that is all I've got in the Sony Open. You got anything?
No, I think that pretty much sums up what we got coming up with the Sony Open. I know that's going to be a lot of distraction. Beginning of golf season, the first 2 to 3 weeks, it's always hard because you got NFL playoffs, you got the college national championship, you got conference play in full swing with college basketball. I love watching golf. Don't get me wrong. I love watching golf. So relaxing on a Sunday. After football season's over. And I'll flip in and tune in and check in, and I'll keep an eye on the scoreboard, but not going to lie, probably not watching a ton of it this week, unless I'm sweating out of bed Sunday afternoon.
Ben Griffin out, right?
And hopefully timing will be perfect. It'll be right in between the two NFL games, like Sanders sitting there, the finish to golf, so I can watch like 2-3 holes while we're in between NFL games. I might be okay missing the first, 6 to 8 minutes of the Bears-Rams if there's an exciting finish coming on. But we'll see. Just happy that we're back into the official FedEx Cup season. These results, not to downgrade the events that have been being played over the last 3, 4, 5 months, but these ones actually matter now for points. So should be exciting. Should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, brother. So am I. It's going to be a great way to start it off. And remember, multi-screen exists nowadays, so you can throw that on. But anyway.
I need more TVs. That's my problem. But
I do too. I agree.
I don't think the boss would approve that.
Mine doesn't either. Let me tell you that. I tried this thing where I put a projector up, but the projector was much more work than it was worth. Anyway. Well, that's all we got tonight. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble over on YouTube and X. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit that like button, hit the follow button. It does help us out a lot more than you know. Shout out to the Young Gun Joe making his Degenerate Takes debut tonight. Thanks for coming on, brother. Hope to have you back on soon. And shout out to the Money Train, Noah. Just be in the Money Train. But thank you all again for listening and watching. Of course, I'm the Brofict one, AJ. That's the Money Train, Noah. We'll see you next time here on Degenerate Takes.